My research has developed tremendously since I arrived at FASOS in this interdisciplinary context. I arrived here, I believe, in 2007 as a postdoc scholar. And at that time, I held a PhD in Dutch literature. And so my research was focused on Dutch literature only, and my approach was text-immanent, close readings, different types of close readings. But since then, I've really started also to focus on other media, like film and photography, but also not only limited to the Dutch context. And from there, I started experimenting with more ethnographic approaches, including interviews and participant observation, like, for instance, older people in psychogeriatric wards, in nursing homes, but also reading groups with older people who respond to older characters' development in literary texts.
Since coming to FASOS, I'm being asked very different questions because I'm one of the few early modernists here. Everybody else is much more at home in a modern period. So the questions relating to my historical research are much more fundamental and critical, which has helped me reflect a lot on the vocabulary I use and making concepts clear, I think. And I also really appreciate that Maastricht University is so international and people come from so many different backgrounds, which really gives me new methodological ideas as well.
For me personally, all these different perspectives and the different disciplinary backgrounds that our colleagues have are really kind of challenging or constantly challenging your own assumptions, your own theoretical frameworks.
There is a general advantage to being in such an interdisciplinary place. This is true of AMC, but it's actually true of FASOS at large. AMC is a very plural research group in which I would say there are at least 3 or 4 research strands that then merge with one another. And I feel like the research seminars that we have are opportunities to test your ideas in front of an audience who doesn't necessarily share your assumptions. And I think this is an excellent exercise for all scholars, to be able to talk outside of your intellectual niche.
Working in an interdisciplinary manner is always about checking your knowledge and also maybe positions of privilege. And so I think having an interdisciplinary and also a diverse group of people is extremely beneficial. And in a way, you couldn't you couldn't ask for a better arrangement than an AMC, where we have philosophers sitting next to historians, next to people who do more the study of science.
So for my own research, really, I see that falling within the theme of engaging narratives on kind of different levels. I mean, as a literary scholar, it's literally my job to engage with narratives. But then there's also kind of the broader political implications of narratives, particularly in the field of post-colonial studies. The question of who gets to tell what story is crucial because it's utterly political.
My work really aligns with digital transformations because I try to combine traditional historical research methods with very modern digital humanities approaches. And I would also like to see digital transformations as an umbrella term to encourage other researchers and FASOS to explore the digital more. That very much ties in with my attempt to make early modern history relevant for today. So I'm really eager to show that problems like globalization and economic change were already quite present in the 18th century and changed the lives of many people. And that, a lot of problems we face today can really be compared to what happened in the past, and we can draw some conclusions from just opposing how problems evolved and how they were solved and how societies came to terms with different challenges.
My research is closely related to inclusive societies, but also to engaged narratives. Inclusive societies because, of course, my focus on aging and later life really connects to matters of inclusion and diversity. And engaged narratives, well, the narrative component of my research is still very crucial, I think, and this also connects to my background as a literary scholar originally, I believe.